Jai Gurudev children. Beta, in last class we were learning the chapter data handling, and in this chapter we have completed till maybe exercise 12.2. We were doing exercise 12.2, and that is till question number 3 we have discussed here. Today we are going to discuss question number 4, and that is also very simple question. In that question you have to given the comparison between three companies X, Y and Z. First of all, I am going to read the question. You just see here, and I am going to show you also. Okay, see that this is the question. The bar graph given below shows the data of the production of paper in lakh tons by three different companies X, Y and Z, and these companies are shown by the three different colors. Okay, first one is X, blue one is Y, and green one is Z company. Okay, over the years, answer the question after reading the graph. This is the question. Graph is given to you, and maybe all of you are able to read the graph. Okay, and what is the question? See that in the year 2000, this is year 2000. Okay, the production of paper by which company was the maximum? So you can see that the rectangle, whose rectangle is going to the maximum height, that company's production will be the maximum. So see that blue color is for the company Y. So the company Y's production is the maximum. These kinds of question are given you in the in this question. In this question. Okay, see that the production of paper is same for which company and in which year. Now see that beta, which company's production is same. You can see that 1998 and 1996. Okay, company Y, and here in 1998 company X, both company Y and X have production same. Similarly, you can see that it is not necessary that Y and Y we can compare. We can compare Y to X, X to Y with the help of the graph. It is see that in 1999 and 2000 also both company Z company have production same. Okay, then you can see that these two companies 1999 and 2000, here company X and company Y productions are same. So in this way you can give the answer. Okay, now see that and you rest of the part of this question you will read yourself and answer the means C, D and E part also. Okay, now today we are going to start with the histogram. And histogram, previously we have learned the data means the graph for the bar, means it was bar graph. Bar graph means it is for the ungrouped frequency. When we would like to show the information by any company and it is in ungrouped form, there we are representing bar graph. But if the data in a grouped form, okay, at that time we are representing the information, that how we will represent the information. At that time we are using histogram. Okay, for example, see that means when we have given the information in a grouped form, for example 0 to 10, 10 to 20, okay, these kind of information, how we will do? Always the grouped numbers will come on x-axis, okay, and the rest of the information will come in the y-axis. Okay, so see that now, suppose we have 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30, and we have given frequencies like that 5, 15 or 20. Now he is saying that prepare a graph for the given information. Okay, 30 to 40, suppose 18 are there. Okay, so in this way we can't do it now directly. Okay, with the this kind of information cannot be drawn in bar graph. Okay, because in bar graph only in this way right angles we are denoting. So how we can do that? In this way beta, what you will do, you just write that 0. Okay, after 0 next number will be 10, then 20, it take equal distances 30, 40 or 50. Here also you just take the information, write that. Scale depends on your choice, that what scale you are selecting. Okay, 5, 10, 20, 5, 10, 15 and 20, like that. Okay, so how you will do 0 to 10? Okay, so 0 to 10 means your rectangle will go, 5 are there, so it will be drawn in this way, 0 to 10. So this rectangle will represent 0 to 10. Okay, next it is completely denoting, and how in histogram we were, means here the rectangles will be in the connected form. Okay, now see that 10 to 20. So from 10 you just take and till 15 it is going on. So in this way. Okay, then next 20 to 30. So from 20 line you just move till 20 here in this way. So it is known as the histogram. It is known as the histogram. And 30 to 40, 18. 30 to 40 will be 18. So 15 is there, 18 will be near to here. So in this way 30 to 40. And 40 to 50 I have not written there. So these kind of graphs is known as the histogram. But here you have to select the scale for that. So you will write always scale here. So scale is equal to suppose if you are selecting 1 centimeter is equal to, it depends on your choice how you are selecting the scale. Okay, if 0 to 10, suppose I have selected 1 centimeter is equal to 10 units. How many units? 10 units. Okay, and on this is your x-axis and this is beta your y-axis. Okay, and on y-axis also 1 centimeter is equal to how many unit you have, because directly 5 is coming. So 1 centimeter is equal to how many units? 5 units. A gap of 5 is coming there na. So 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units on y-axis. So in this way we will select the scale. Sometimes it is not necessary to 0 to 10 is given there. Your frequency can be started from 30, then 40, 50, 60 or 70. So in that case beta, we are making a zigzag line here. Okay, and that zigzag line is known as the, okay, this line is known as, it means this graph will have the number 0 to, between the number 0 to 30 also, but we are not representing them here. That's why we are making this zigzag line here. Means it is necessary to make, if the numbers are missing, some numbers are missing, and directly from a far number from 0 we are starting. At that time it is necessary to make a zigzag here, so that and what it will represent? It will represent that the numbers are not continuous. That the numbers are not continuous. This zigzag is showing the number, that some number between 0 to 30 we are not showing on x-axis. Okay, so in this way you have to represent the information. Now we are coming to the exercise. See that beta. Now exercise 12.3. The weight of 30 students in a class in KG are as follows. Okay, these are the weight of the 30 students. Prepare a frequency table and draw the histogram taking suitable class interval. Okay, see that, we have to prepare a histogram. It means for that histogram we need continuous frequency table. So here you will write frequency. Here tally marks you will write. Here you will write beta interval. Means what kind of interval we will make. You have to give an instruction for that also. Okay, and here frequency will come. What will become? Frequency. Now see that how you will draw. You have to make an interval like that, 40 to 45. First interval will 40 to 45. Then next 45 to 50, 50 to 55, 55 to 60, 60 to 65. See that maximum from above 65 is going somebody's weight or not. I think that is all the numbers will come lastly along with in this interval. So afterwards there is no anybody's weight is going more than 65, so next interval we don't require. Now see that 40 to 45, which numbers will be included? I am writing here so that you may understand. 45 will not be included, so which number will be included? 40, 41, 42, 43 and 44. Keep in your mind. Okay, so 40, 46 will not come because it will come in this interval. So 42, 1, cancel. Okay, then 40 will be there, 2, 3, okay, 4, 4. So how many are there? What is its frequency? 4. 45 to 50. 50 will not be included. So 45, 46, 47, 48 until 49 you will take. So 46 will be there. First 1. Okay, 50 will not come here. 47, 2, cancel them so that you will not have any problem. So 45 will be included in this interval. So the third one is 45. Okay, then 45 again, 4, then this one 5. Okay, cancel this one also. So these are 5. Okay, now 50 to 55. 55 will not be included, 50 will be included, and the numbers between 50 to 55. Now see that 52 will come 1, 50 will come 2, then 52 will come, okay, 3, 55 will not come, and 51 will come 4, 52 will come 5, okay, again 51, 51, okay, then 54 will be there, then 52 will be there. How many? 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe one number is missing in there. Let's see that. First one is 52. Okay, then second, third, fourth, one this one 53. It was missing because its frequency is coming equal to comes 9. So this is 9. Okay, 55 to 60. Okay, 55 to 60. Now see that 55 will be included. See that 55 to 60. 55 first. (55 to 60), 56 will come. Second. Okay. Third, fourth, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this one 7. So what is its frequency? 7. And lastly, count the last 60 to 65. Okay, and 60 to 65. Now best of the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 numbers are coming. Okay, so its frequency will be 5. So now count them. 5 plus 4, 9. 9, 9 plus 18. 18 plus 7, 25, or 25 plus 5, 30. Now you have to make a histogram for this information. So how you will make, beta? I am making here. So you just see. Okay, you directly making here 0 will be there, and your interval is starting from 40. So you just make one zigzag here. Okay, and write 40 first interval, then 50, then 60, 70. Okay, enough is there. Afterwards, what will be? How many? So write only, make a gap of 5. Okay, so you can take means here you can take the bigger interval so that these number can be easily they can be shown. So you can take as 2 centimeter is equal to or whether you can maximum 9 they are going na. So each one box you can take as first as 1 or 2, then 4, then 6, then 8 or then 10. So it means on x axis 1 unit is equal to how much we have taken beta, their weight na is equal to 10 kg. Okay, and here number of students are there. On y axis 1 unit is equal to 1 unit is how many students they are representing? 2 students. So in this way you can make the bar graph for 40 to 45. Oh, I have not written. Interval will go like na 40, 45, then 50, 55, then 60 or 65. Okay. Now see that 40 to 45, how many students are there beta? So 4 students are there. So in this way your rectangle will come. 45 to 50, 5 students are there. So 5 will come between here. So it will go in this way. So it will be a rectangle. Okay. Then 50 to 55, 9 students. 9 will come in middle of this. So in this way, in your graph it will come exactly correct. Okay. So in this way, 55 to 60. How many are there? 7 are there. So 7 will come between 8 and 6. So from here you will make in this way. Okay. And 60 to 65. 5 are there. So 5 will come in middle of this one. So here it will go in this way. So how much simple it is there beta. And here you will write that y axis. Okay. Here it is x axis. Here it is origin. Okay, already we have represented that. So in this way you can complete your question. So second question I am not going to do that. Here also in that question from interval you have to given 30 to 40. Okay, 30 to 40 means beta from 0 directly you will write 30. So zigzag line will come there because so that you can that zigzag line will represent the numbers between 0 to 30. It means directly we are not representing those numbers on that line, and that's why we are showing again and again. I am showing that telling you so that you cannot forget that part of the, because that is very important part of your solution. Okay, now afterwards next chapter comes beta pie chart, and in pie chart beta you have seen that when a cricket player, maximum of you nowadays you are watching TV and enjoying IPL. Okay, at that time you can see that the whenever the means how the batsman is scoring runs, for showing their performance they are showing different kinds of graphs there. Okay, bar graph, histogram and pie chart also, that how a player is scoring his score. Okay, in the ground. For that they are drawing a pie chart, and pie chart is a in that pie chart we get the information in the form of a circular. Okay, circular form. So now that is the last topic of our this chapter. Okay, now today means from this statics part that will be the last chapter. Now today we are going to learn some questions from that pie chart also. Okay. Yes beta, this is the third question of your same exercise, that is pie chart. Okay, and in pie chart now we are going to solve this question. So how we will do, some steps are given to solve your pie chart question on your page number 122. So you can note down or read those steps from there in your book. I am just reading those steps how we will do. Convert the data into percentage. Okay, first step, convert the percentage into degree of the central angle. Okay, and next, divide the circle into sectors according to the central angle. Then we will make a circle and divide it into central according to the angles, whatever values we will get. I am going to solve, then only you can understand. And set the color each sector differently, okay, and give a key and heading, means whatever will be there. Now here see that beta, we will have a total. Already the total is given to us. How we will do? I am just making here in first column I will make players, then run sport, okay, and because we have to draw it in pie chart in a circular form, for that I need angle also. I need angle, and how we will find those angles I am just going to teach you beta. Just see, first of all you just write A, B, C, D and E, okay, and then in here you can write that 55, 60, 85, 46 and 54, okay, 55, 60, 85, 46 and 54 beta, and its total is given to you. Already the total is given, that 300. I am just generating one formula for you so that you can understand the topic in a better way and you will not have any problem, okay. This is my own generated formula, okay. How you will do this one? Just see, this is individual. A has individual. How many run he has scored? 55. So you just write individual value. Individual value divided by total. It will come percentage. It will come in a percentage now. So total or multiplied by, in a circle, what is the value of the complete angle? 360. We need individual sector for that. So multiplied by beta 360. Multiplied by 360. So see that what it will come. Whatever will come, that will be in degree now. Okay, that will be in degree now. See that how it will be calculated. It will be beta 55 upon 300 multiplied by 360. So I will write finally what are the angles coming. So now I am not writing the formula. Individual B has scored 60 upon 300 multiplied by 360. Okay, so I will write angle for this one also. And thirdly, it will be 85 upon 300 multiplied by 360. Okay, it is the way to calculate the individual angle on the circle. Okay, so it will be 46 upon 300 multiplied by 360. Okay, fourth angle we will get in this way. And lastly, it will be 54 divided by 300 or multiplied by 360. Now it's a time to calculate the angle, and now we are going to calculate the angle and we will find their values. Angle can come in decimal form also. You don't be worried about that. But how you will check that your answer is correct? If you will add all the values of the angle, if it is coming equal to 360, it means whatever you have done, that is correct. Okay, now see that beta, we are calculating the values of the angles with the given table now. See that beta, I have calculated the value and I have seen that these are coming your angles. First coming 66, second 72, 102, 55.2 and 64.8. If you will add them, it is coming equal to 360. It means my answer is correct. Now we have to draw the pie chart. How we will draw? I am not having here rounder to draw in the board. So roughly I am drawing and explaining you that how you will make pie chart for this information. Okay, so you just take the help of the rounder. Okay, in this way I am going to make. First of all, you will have center, so you just draw a radius. Okay beta, from this radius you just make an angle of 66 first. So everybody of you are able to make the angle. From this point you will keep the protractor and draw an angle of 66 degree. Okay, then from now you have made this angle. Now this will be your baseline. In this line now you will keep the protractor. Again your point will be here, and from this line you will make an angle of 72. So in this way 72 line somewhere it will come. So it will be like that. Okay. Now this time you will keep the protector on this line. Now this is your main line. Okay. So keep protector on this line. Okay. Rotate your copy and now make the angle of 102. So somewhere it will come like that, 102. Okay. And lastly, you just keep the protector here again on this line and make an angle of 55.2. So 55.2 is not possible. So you just make an angle of 55. Okay. So 55 will come like that and write it as 55.2. Okay. And lastly, the whatever the value will remain, if you will measure it, this will remain as near about 55 we will make. So it will remain like 65, but you just write it as 65, 64.8. So in this way your that pie chart will be completed, or otherwise I will show you this information in your that how to make in copy also. Okay, I will make a small video for that, and then I will show you how we can make this all these pie chart on your copy. Okay, in this way beta you will complete. And now what you will do, see that it was for the player A, so you can write that first one is for the player A. Okay, this will be for player B, player C, player D and player E. So with the help of this pie chart we can decide that who is the best player. Player C is the best player because he is covering most of the area of the circle. Okay, so and who is the least performing player? You can see that player D is the least performing here because he is covering very less part of the circle. So pie chart is used to get this kind of information. Okay beta, so in the lastly what you will do, you are having 2 more questions, only 4 and 5 question you will try yourself, and then lastly 1 question in remain in this one, that is question number 6, and that is another type of question. That question we will discuss in the next class. Okay, so question number 4th and 5th you just try to yourself and send me as in the form of your homework that you have done that. Okay, and if you have any doubt in the next class again we will discuss them otherwise. Okay, till that thank you and Jai Gurudev to all of you.